Hello everyone, I am the Aries and I'm coming to you today with a video about various topics as I usually do. You know, it's really awkward trying to stare right into the middle of a camera, but I guess I need to get used to this kind of thing. Give me 1 second. Okay, for starters, as I did say, I'm going to get more serious on this channel. Less joking, laughing, smiling around here and everything like that. Okay. All right, I got it. This is just really awkward staring into a camera like this. I need to get more relaxed. Let's see. Can I look cool too, though? But no. I'm just going to dive into it. Sorry for wasting the first couple minutes, but let's be honest, these videos tend to wander anyway, so blah, 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 blah. Let's try to get started. So, we see what's going on in the world today. Well, I guess I just need to pick one place first. The Ukraine-Russia war. Now, I've said before how this war, Putin's war, is all about one man and his massive ego. You always hear about in the whole spiritual world, oh, the ego is bad, the ego is bad. Well, with Putin, you see why it's bad. Now, you saw why it was bad with Trump, but Trump wasn't Putin. Trump is just an egotistical jackass, rich guy, condescending towards everyone, wannabe tough guy. Putin, he's a strong man, a strong arm. Not a strong leader, just a strong man. And for some strange reason, he wanted to reconstitute the USSR, or at least the USSR's power. And I'm not sure why. I was around during those days. And true, I'm coming from an American viewpoint, American standpoint and all that, but I don't think that the former Soviet Union, Russia, was doing too great during this time. Now, I suppose Putin might say, well, okay, well, we don't have the communist part of it. So then what is he trying to constitute? The Russian Empire again? Minus the communism? I believe he could be doing that, or at least he sees himself as some sort of czar. However, the whole czar system did not work for Russia as well. You had the whole serf system and everything, and even the modernizers only try to modernize it so much. Now, Putin's going to have karma for what he's doing. He will. Because you can't destabilize the world like he's done and think it's okay. And think that the divine, who do exist, are going to be okay with this. Because, as I've said before, the days of imperialism are over with. We don't want to go back to this system because there's too much crap that we have to clean up now from past imperialism that we don't want more of it. Imperialism doesn't benefit everyone. And it's not like the people who are the colonial powers, the big powers. And it's not like they're going to try to be fair for everyone. I mean, I suppose I don't expect nothing to be 50-50 with a bigger power and a smaller power, but you can't be so unfair that it's just not slavery, but economic dependency. But I suppose, but see, the thing with karma, especially with karma with those in power, is that karma of one person will affect everyone else under him. Now, We just want to target the karma with Putin. We want Putin out. Because really, what can really Russia do with Putin still in power? Can things really go back to normal? Will any nation in that area be trustful of Putin? Of course not, and with good reason. He's a murderer. He is a murderer. He poisons people. He poisons his enemies. No one should ever be comfortable with someone like him in power. Which brings me to the Russian people. Now I know that all of Russia is not behind this war, but something tells me that a sizable portion of it is. The older generation especially. They've got that old Russian mentality, strong man. You don't need a thug as a leader. A thug is not a strong leader. A thug gets you into trouble. A thug takes your rights away. A thug puts you in jail for protesting. That's what a thug does. Do you, to the Russian people, do you really want to live under that system? Or do you want to come to, you need to open your eyes. The Western world, I get that there's a whole difference between the East and the West. But the Russian system historically has not been one for freedom, has not let the masses enjoy some decent level of living. Now, after the Soviet Union crumbled, you had what, 30 years or so? Economic development. You had Russia prospering. It wasn't to the level that it could be, but it was prospering. It was doing pretty good. But look what this war has done. Look what one man has done. One man and his ego have done. He's reversed it all. He's made Russia the enemy of the world. And as long as Putin is in charge, then Russia is the enemy of the world. Now I'm asking the Russian people to think about where you're at in your life now. Where you were at 3 months ago. Where you'll be at 5 years from now if Putin is still in charge. I don't think this is one of those actions that people are just going to be upset with for a little bit, then forget about it. You know how human nature usually is. And I don't think this is the way it's going to be, because I know for a fact that the divine are in this, and we do not want Putin in power. He's only going to bring more ruin. We are trying to help this world, help humanity. We don't want some jackass in power. Now, you know, you're probably thinking, well, look, what about the other people? What about Trump? Well, Trump's not in power right now. And if he gets in power again, well, then the divine will deal with him. What about Xi? Xi had better learn a lesson from what's going on now, because you can't sit here and tell me that Russia has not beaten Ukraine yet. You can't tell me that's the case if the divine are not in this. And I know for a fact that we're in it, because I opened a portal for the angelic host. And I've sat there and said, on my Twitter page, go check me out on Twitter. But on my Twitter page, I constantly talk about the angelic host. I opened this portal, the coolest confirmation. I did a little magic ceremony. I opened the portal. Went outside to smoke a cigarette. And when I'm outside, I'm sitting on my steps. Outside, underground, in the neighbor's yard. A row of birds, just and birds are my symbols for angels. That's my token for angels. Now, there are so many birds there. I've never seen that many birds ever in my life. They're on the ground, row after row, just lined up like an army formation, right after I sit there and open this portal up, open. And now this time it's not like I'm thinking, well, oh my God, it's the confirmation, everything's true. No, because I've seen all kinds of other things before at this point, but this is one of the coolest things I've seen. One of the coolest confirmations. And the angelic host is in this world. They're they're not, well, they're angels, but they're the war angels of heaven. Now I opened this portal up way before this war came. And you see this war going on now. And you see this war not going too well for the aggressors, for the imperialists. I suppose one might say, well, that's all coincidence. Well, you know what? How many coincidences must one see before one understands that there is no such thing as coincidence? Because we live in a world where there is no coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. Everything. I can give you one reason for, at least one reason for everything that ever happened. It all happens for a reason, and various reasons, because it's all interconnected. Speaking of interconnected, oh wait, Ashley, let me go back to my point in Russia. To the Russian people specifically. What kind of karma do you think you will have if you continue to support leaders like Putin? If you continue to turn a blind eye to the obvious? It's clear what Putin is doing. It's clear he's not a good leader. It's clear that he's not making the world a safer place. I understand he's sitting here lying to the Russian people on state media, but it comes to a point in time where he's saying he's going in there to liberate people from the Nazis. Now, the guy, Zelensky, president of Ukraine, I believe he is Jewish. And it's like, if the Russian people buy into this propaganda willingly, I don't understand how you think you can escape the karma that Putin's going to entrap you in, because you're supporting him. You're supporting what he wants, and that's not something that we want. On a related note, props up and shout out to the strong woman who stood up and held up the sign that said no war. Well, there was a war going on, Putin's war. She told the truth about the war, how Putin's lying or whatever. Now, that's a hero. That is a hero. That's a hero. That's a strong person. That's a strong leader. To the Russian people, that's a strong leader. That's the kind of people you need in charge. People who are not afraid to speak to power, speak truth to power, and to say enough is enough. What you're doing is wrong. What you're doing is hurting another people in another country. Yes, I understand there are ties between Ukraine and Russia, but they are another people in another country, and you are going over there, invading them, hurting them, killing them, all because of one man. And this same man who's hurting these people in Ukraine is hurting the people of Russia because he's bringing the wrath of the world, the wrath of the divine, upon Russia. Putin's not going hungry. Putin's got his electronics. Putin's got his comfy life. Or as much of a comfy life as someone who's not really sleeping too well. Someone who's probably... Well, he's not sleeping well. I know that. I know, because the unjust leader will not sleep peacefully. He will not sleep peacefully at all. Because he doesn't deserve to. So, final message on this topic. Russian people, wake up. Putin's not a savior. Putin's not a good guy. Putin, step down. You're only harming your own people who you claim you care so much about it. Put up or shut up. You say you care about them, step down. Because what can you really do to help Russia with you're in power? One more related note. I understand the Russian church is trying to get behind Putin, and I believe Orthodoxy Church. Jesus is not behind imperialism. Jesus is in the family, the spiritual family. His message is one that resides with us. His message is one that we live by and try to live by and try to get other people to live by. Love people, accept people. It's that simple. That's simple. We're not behind what Putin is doing. And if a church is going to do this in the name of Jesus, you're going to have karma as well. And this karma, I personally will enjoy seeing bestowed upon you because you deserve it. Because as I've told all these Christians before, you're going to have a litmus test. Who's really for Jesus and who's really not? And that's just how it's going to be. You can all question, oh, well, who are you to sit here and speak about you? I'm the friggin' son. That's who I am. I'm part of the divine, and I've got a divinity within me. I'm linked directly to source, and as far as I know, I am the only person who is. That's who I am. And I can sit here and tell you all this other stuff, a lot of stuff. But that's neither here nor there for today. Suffice it to say, I'll tell you who's not for Jesus and who is. I'll tell you who has a favor of Jesus and who doesn't. The people of Ukraine have a favor of Jesus. The people of Russia, the Russian government, they don't. The Russian church who goes along with Putin, they don't. Televangelists who want to sit there and fly private jets, talk down on people, they don't have the favor of Jesus either. And that includes the gay, lesbian, transgender community. I've said before, the whole LGBT issue will be a litmus test for Christianity. You're going to see a lot of hateful people. A lot of hateful people. People in the church, people in politics, everyday people. You're going to see a lot of people who sit there and proclaim the name of Jesus. But they're going to have hatred in their words. And I want everyone to see who is who. I remind everyone, every single one of you, that Jesus was not a Christian. The religion of Christianity is not the religion of Jesus. The message of Jesus is in our hearts and in how we treat others. You want to know about Jesus? Then treat other people good. And expect to be treated good yourself. Very simple. We are the only ones who have it. The only ones. Let's see, did I want to go into something else? I feel that I needed to, or at least wanted to. I'm trying to take a new, My friend Evie says we either operate in fear or in love. And I've been operating in fear lately, at least in one subject. And that's reaching out, too late to start this over now. So, I don't know. We've all heard about divine counterparts and all this, soulmates, blah, 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 blah. And it's true. We all have divine counterparts. We all have soulmates. Now, true, not every soulmate, shuffling card here, not every soulmate is good for this lifetime. Oh, look. Devil and the Five of Wands fell out, as I'm talking about soulmates who aren't good for this lifetime. Now, you love these people. Sometimes, our souls all love each other. We all love one another up there. It's just that when we come down here, the 3D just gets in the way of a lot of things. And so some soulmates just aren't right for you in this life, and just aren't good for you. Just don't help you. They don't serve your higher good. But that said, some soulmates are great, and some soulmates are so great that some people call them twin flames. Although I've never really heard a good twin flame story that ended well. I'm sorry, but I just haven't. But then, you know, I must prefer the term the soul flame. Now, what is the soul flame? The soul flame is that one soulmate who is the best for you in this life. Now, you go into relationships as complete people. I get that. But let's just be honest. When you're with someone who loves you and that you love her, it makes you a better person. And if you're already a pretty good person to begin with, and you're a better person because you're with someone, then you've got it made, right? But there has to be something. And because, you know, I travel through the whole tarot community, travel through tarot land all the time. And one thing that I think that we really need is some sort of spiritual dating network. You know, awakened network. Well, I'll think of a name later. This is just a thought right now. Who knows? Maybe someone could, if someone takes the idea, give me the credit. Give me the credit. Give me the credit. But then, you know, just something that's for us, for the family, the spiritual family. Because I don't want to get involved with someone who hasn't been awakened. I mean, what are we going to talk about? I mean, you know, I want someone who's on my level, someone who gets me. And I can't help but think that a lot of you are like that as well. You don't want to go to some person stuck in the 3D with the 3D bullshit that you've had to overcome. You don't want to go backwards. You want to go forward. I certainly do. I'm ready for, so I guess I'm about to transition to a different topic. Well, not a different topic, but a related topic. Divine counterparts. Where are they? Who are they? How can I get one? I guess I should answer. Well, yes, divine counterparts are those people, you know, I suppose it doesn't necessarily have to deal with love, you know, but that person who helps you to do your divine mission. And we all have divine missions. We can't get sidetracked in how we want love or what we want in this life. We have to remember the divine missions that we were given. So you want your divine counterpart to be someone who has a skill set that helps your skill sets to get you started on your divine mission. And of course, it's also reciprocal because you're going to help your divine counterpart get their divine mission started. But there has to be a way to find them. And we need a meeting place. We need our own platform just for us. Now, we're not going to be exclusive. We'll invite everyone in, but it will be for us. And I think that this is something that we need. I wanted to go somewhere else with that. Where? Cards, give me some guidance. Where did I want to go? What did I want to talk about? Oh, the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. That's not what... Oh, damn. Well, yeah, I'm worried about what I'm going to say next, because wish fulfillment. Well, we all want wish fulfillment. We all want to be happy in life, and I don't see anything wrong with that. And I happen to know for a fact that the spiritual family. Now, I want to separate the spiritual community, which is rather broad, and spiritual family, which is those people who are connected on an energetic level. And I know there is such a thing as an energetic level because I'm an energy worker. I'm an energy master. And I've proven it quite a few times. Check me out on Twitter, everyone. I've got a couple of videos up where I take one of my names, because I've got a whole bunch of different accounts, and a lot of these are based on zodiac cards. So I'll pick a name, I'll get into that energy, and I'll just go hang around chat rooms, and I'll go watch when that card shows up. Energy projection. Energy is real. I cannot stress that enough. Maybe if I turn the camera this way a little bit, because I'm just not satisfied. Let me see. Okay. No, still. I need to stop. Whoops. Oh, damn. I should have left well enough alone. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm just thinking about weighing my words. See, I want to reach out to someone who, I don't know, one of the most influential people in my life. Since I had my spiritual awakening, one of the, and probably really one of the three most important people in my life. Well, in my top 10 of 5 most important people. And the thing is, I don't even know her. Real story. Well, I've told the story before, which I'm not going to tell now because I'm weighing my words. But anyway, I want my divine counterpart to be someone who gets me, someone who's got cool powers, and someone who can help me out. I'm about to reach out to someone who I think could be. If you're watching, you know who you are. I'll email you and see where this goes. And I hope it goes somewhere because I'm ready to get started with work. We've got a lot of things coming. A lot of things to get done. So many things to get done. I know the world seems dark and uncertain, but honestly, it hasn't bothered. It's not gotten me down. It hasn't. I've got that. So I can't let my energies get down anyway. I've got to have that sun energy going. And those energies, when you're able to project energies, you're able to influence your surrounding area. And this is true. I've seen it myself, and you can see it for yourself as well. Because unlike religions, the spiritual path can show you something tangible, can show you. And you don't have to just believe my words. Because I know I make outlandish claims. All true, but I know how they sound. But if you have an understanding of energy, you can sit there and see for yourself that energy is real. And that there's a force that manipulates this energy. And you can see it. And that's why I suggest to people who want to get on the spiritual path, start with tarot first. Because you can see this energy. Now, once you see the energy, once you start understanding, well, hold up. There are some things that I don't understand. Some things that science isn't explaining. Some things that might be that there could be something else to this world that I don't know. Then you start roaming tarot land or roaming other parts of the spiritual world. And there are other parts, I suggest staying away from the yoga people because I hear they're dealing with those QAnon nonsense right now. I know in QAnon, well, I've already wondered enough, so why don't I just wonder a little bit more with my quick QAnon story. So anyway, I'm in a chat room because, I'm the type of person. The divine told me some things, certain things that relate to a lot of us or whatever. And I'm the type who's like, I'll gladly share what I hear, what I've learned, what I've been told. So I'm in the chat room. No, I won't mention no names, I guess. No, I won't mention no names. Let's just say she hangs. No. So anyway, I'm in her chat room, and I make a couple points, and I say, I forgot what the conversation was, but I make the point. One of the things they told me, like, yeah, certain esoteric truths were hidden in the works of science fiction. Now, this is one of the things they told me specifically in my little awakening speech that I was given, which I'm inclined to think that most people don't get this. Most people in the spiritual path with their spiritual gifts have them from a young age, maybe, or have had years to deal with them. Me, they just told me. I've only been in this world since what? 2018. Well, 2019. Yeah, 2019, I suppose. But yeah, real cool story. But I told it in one of my videos, but I couldn't tell you which one it is because I, for some strange reason, have the worst video titles. Damn. QAnon. Oh. So anyway, but she's just ridiculing my points. Like, oh, well, so what? I've seen something in The Simpsons, blah, 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 blah. Okay, well then, all right. So then I'm like, well, you know what? Well, she was saying something else. It was a Sunday soul session or what the fuck ever. I probably shouldn't have said that either. If I cared enough, I would re-edit that out, but too late. So anyway, so I say something else about we've got to watch out with these QAnon people because I've been getting downloads about these people, and I actually know something I don't think a lot of people know, that they have spiritual roots, but they have dark spiritual roots, and I know this because you see a lot of QAnon televangelists out there. Greg Lott, Kat Carr, they have clear roots. Well, they have QAnon views, but yet they're televangelists. Now, I know from listening to other QAnon people, and I'm thinking specifically of the QAnon shaman, some of the terminology he was using. They're spiritual people. They have roots in spirituality. And so for a group of spiritual people to go into Christianity and try to promote Trump, there's something to that. And if I were a Christian, I'd be wary of all these preachers with QAnon links. And I'm not saying this to help you out as a Christian, because I'm not. I'm someone who's for Jesus, but I'm not one of you people. I'm not. And I don't really want to be, because I think that Christians operate as a bunch of bullies. People who persecute others, but yet and scream, we're being persecuted. I think that Christians turn a blind eye to too much. I think that Christians don't sit there and stand up to to preachers who are clearly worshiping the almighty dollar. Kenneth Copeland, I'd like to single you out. But yes, beware of QAnon, everyone. I'm telling you, they are bad news, and all you Christians, you're going to get fooled and duped. Don't say I didn't tell you when it all comes to light. And it will come to the light, because the divine are in this world. Too much has gone on. Too much. And that's my mission is multifaceted, but at the end of the day, everything I'm trying to do comes with the understanding that there is a divine. There is. We're not just alone in this world. We're not just fending for ourselves in a place that no one cares about you, where it's dog eat dog. That's not the truth. There's a divine. The Mother, the Father, the Son, the Trinity. We all care about you. And we want everyone to understand that people are loved. No one should be mistreated because you're different from anyone else. And that's the message. Love and acceptance. Not just love and tolerance. Oh, I tolerate him. I love him, but no. Love and acceptance. It's that simple, but we all make that so hard. And we make it hard because of what other people think. Don't worry about what other people think. They don't matter. You matter. Your happiness matters. The divine understand this, and we want you to understand this too, because we want you to love yourselves. We want you to find love for others. We want others to love you. Speaking of divine counterparts, which I haven't been, I'm going to reach out to someone, and you know who you are. We'll see how it goes. I'm just ready to get started. The fact that someone sits there and speaks to you in a dream in a rational sort of way, not even an interpretive dream, someone can sit there and tell you that, hey, well, I'm not, you know who you are. I'm ready to get started. I see so many things. I see how we're all connected, all related to one another. Everything is interconnected. Why can I not look directly in this stupid camera? I'm tired of messing up. Oh, damn. Oh, shit. Hold up. I've got to try to do something. I will leave that alone. Oh, so yeah, I'm going to reach out and see where this goes. Hopefully, because, and I make note of this because I'm not even sure why. Oh, my one subscriber who will leave and go back and come back is back. Thanks for coming back. Please stay here this time. For real, the content will get, well, I can't say more frequent. I can't say better. More interesting, hopefully. But anyway, now I'm rambling. So now it's that time where I'm just going to pull out a card. Hangman fell out. Let's see. Nah, I'll just pick one. The World. And a Knight of Swords. Well, it looks like the Aries has thought about it and is charging for the world. Okay, I wasn't going to pull it. Let's see what fell out. We have the Death card. The Four of Cups are Four of Cups. Well, I want what I want. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. I'm ready to get started. I'm ready to get started. Well, when you call yourself the sun, you expect to see that sun card pop up sometime during the reading. Let's just be honest. Till next time, everyone, I am the sun.